Seth.
Greetings to you.
Thank you for those inspirational remarks.
It was my pleasure.
And my question relates to an experience that I had while I was sleeping about 10 days ago. And I thought I had an understanding about where it was going to go, but based on your opening remarks, maybe I don't. So about 10 days ago while I was sleeping, I had an experience where I started to experience what I would call like an electrical shock coming through my body. And it was completely unexpected and very
Got your attention, did it?
It got my attention. And somewhere between, so much so that it woke me up. And somewhere between being asleep and being awake, I remembered saying no. I could barely get it out of my mouth, but I remember that. And once I was awake, every hair on my body was on end. And I recognized, there's nothing to, there's nothing, like it's fine. And I immediately went back to sleep. And the next morning, probably mid-morning when I was finishing my yoga, I remembered the dream. And I was like, well, I said dream. I think it was an experience. I don't think it was a dream. And I've been going through this over the last week, trying to figure out exactly what its meaning is. And I would like to hear your thoughts about it.
You refer to the condition when your body is asleep as your dream state. Mm-hmm. You already understand then that your consciousness, the eternal aspect of yourself, does not sleep. And there are many activities that are occurring in what you call your dream state.
Right. I understand that.
It is the place where you are truly awake. The interesting part is that when your body is awake and functioning and moving around your reality, that is when you are sleeping, you see, consciously, from the perspective of your consciousness. When your body rests is when you are awake. And you, who you truly are, is fully awakened, without restrictions, without limitations, you see. And so we will call it your dream state. And you can understand then, with all of the things that are going on in your life right now, that from time to time, in a way that you can understand, and this is true for everyone, you will remember the information from your dream state. You will be able to, sometimes, hopefully many of you, be able to understand the symbolism that is involved in remembering the information that you are bringing back from what you're calling your dream state then. This was the way that you were able to communicate to yourself in physical form. This was the way that you were able to get your attention. You are busy, are you not?
Yes.
And so it is very interesting that it was using this to get your attention, because you know you the best. You meaning your higher self. You know you the best. And this was the way that you were going to be able to pay attention to the symbolism of the experience. You understood that there was a no in that experience. Yes?
That's correct.
So let us look at the energy that you were transmitting regarding that no.
Okay.
What was it?
What was the no?
What was the energy that you were feeling? What was the emotion that you were feeling when you were able to breathily exclaim the no?
So it was shock and almost fear. It was like on the edge of fear, because I was taken off guard.
And being taken off guard
because I I did not expect that blast of energy.
Almost fear.
Yeah, I was not afraid, but I was so shocked.
Was your body in pain?
No. I mean, I could feel the electrical current, but I was not in pain.
What were you shocked by? Put words to your shock.
Because I didn't know what it was. It was unexpected.
You didn't know what it was.
Right.
It was unknown to you. Yes?
Yes, that's right. It was unknown.
And so you said no to the unknown. Yes?
Right. Yeah, right. I wanted it to stop.
Because you don't like the unknown, which is not terribly unusual on your planet. And so you have one of the common limiting beliefs
Yes.
about the unknown, which of course points to, very lovingly, trust in self, trust in your connection to all that is, the part of you that remains a non-physical, your higher self. Lack of trust is an area where you can begin to reinforce and increase the level of love and worthiness that you have about yourself. And this is a good time. You have come out of a challenging year, as have many people. And now is the time to, as they say, clean out the closet, then, yes?
Okay.
So it was no gentle hand swipe along your hair. It was something that was designed to get your attention.
Oh yeah, it did.
So then you understand what your work is. Your task is then is to overcome your fear of the unknown.
Well, okay, that's
which
easier.
will require you to have more trust in yourself, which will require you to build more love and appreciation for self. For that is where the energy of confidence comes from, you see. It is not easier said than done. That is what you think, but that is not true. It is easy.
Well, I think the reason why I say that is because so what you just said up to now, we've figured out. The question is, how do I address it? How do I pinpoint a way to accomplish?
Go into the unknown.
I'm trying to figure out how exactly I go into the unknown, what the best approach is to do that.
What is it that you feel you need to control? What do you need to control? What would concern you right now? What aspect of your life would concern you if it spun out of control?
Well, I pick it. I mean, I tell people what to do for a living. I mean, like, I'm used to controlling everything. So, I mean, I don't know.
Now
I don't care where I eat dinner at night. So
we begin to understand why there was an electrical shock then to your body. There are projects that you have that you can relinquish control and sail into the unknown. They are actually linked to another limiting belief that you have. Actually, if you went into the unknown on this project, you actually would be accomplishing what you call a twofer there, because trust yourself, the higher self, your elevated consciousness, trust your relationship with all that is. Trust that you actually do have this energy that has created universes. That is a choice. It is a belief that can gain ground and gain momentum in the energy that you're transmitting with your actions, which of course are your thoughts to want to trust more, love yourself more in motion.
So can we talk about this for a minute? Because I do have a big project that I'm working on right now that is kind of like causing me, like, there's lots of moving pieces right now that is causing me angst. And I did today, release a little bit of it. And I said, here, I gave some of it to somebody else and said, can you do this? So to me, that was my first step.
That releasing of that energy was healthy for your project, because in your releasement of some of that attachment, you created more space for the universe to co-create with you outside of the parameters of your rational mind, outside of the parameters of your control. And so this was a very positive, energetic step towards your project, and a positive step towards your ability to alter that energy so that you can transmit a different energy regarding that creation. You do not want that energy that you have been transmitting regarding your project to continue to be transmitted into your project, which it will. Your release valve today was very healthy for your project, but also was an action, a thought in motion, where you were deliberately moving yourself more than into trust, into the unknown, you see, which of course is going to create more love for self. For each time you do this action, you see, you're going to gain ground in the area of confidence. That is an energy that you can transmit towards your project, your creation, your manifestation, you see. So each time you create that space by moving into the unknown, you, one, allow more space for the universe to co-create with you, and you have relieved the energy that you have been transmitting towards that project, which is what? Fear-based control. You see, control is only needed in the physical if you believe that it can spin out of control in a way that would displease you, you see. And interestingly enough, and here's the irony, it is doing that anyway. And that is why you still have anxiety. The control that you're exerting is not working for you. Move into the unknown. The energy that you created today was good energy. It was more supportive of your project. It was the project's ability, the creation's ability to exhale a little bit. It is good when you do that. You breathe life into something when you do that, whether it's a project, whether it's a relationship, whether it's physical health. That ability to release that level of control and move towards trust is the energy that you're now bringing more today towards your project. That's the energy that you want every day towards that project, you see. So it was a good first step. It was a first step.
Okay, there's more.
I will say this again. It was a very good first step, but it was a small step. Continue making those steps in the direction of trust. That is the healthy energy you want to point at your creation, at your manifestation. That is the energy you want to point out into the world. Someday you're going to want to share your project with other humans. What energy is transmitting from your project? The energy that you put in. Do you really want to project the energy that you have been, not including today? Do you think that people will be attracted to that energy? Some will, but you won't enjoy it. You see?
Mm-hmm.
More trust is more love. More confidence is attractive energy, and it's going to attract that to you and to your creations. It was a good first small step. You put a healthy thought in motion, positive, more in alignment, more harmonious, more congruent with the energy that has created universes. That is what you did. And you will see the evidence of that very shortly. You're welcome.